going on, guys? It is Rinne-Hatake here, back with another video, and today I got What If Goku was Zalama's Reincarnation, Part 3. And this is getting close to Part 4, and in these parts, I usually decide to either do the movie or Part 4. And, I'm gonna be doing a poll on whether we should do the movie for this or the Part 4 very, very soon. But with all that out the way, actually no, I still have one more thing to say, is that today will actually be a double upload, and on Saturday there will be a collab video with another What If YouTuber. But with all that out the way, let's finally begin What If Goku was Zalama's reincarnation. So I'll be starting where I left off. So, as I said before, Goku basically soloed Frieza's army and soloed Frieza himself. And there was no remains. For Frieza, his army, none of them are alive. As Goku, as I said before in the last few parts, is a very smart and intellectual person. So, instead of leaving Namek as it is now, he teleports it to a whole different area in the galaxy so that whoever tries to find Namek again cannot find it easily. As Goku moves it millions, or millions of miles or kilometers away from its usual spot. Like, it's somewhere out there in the universe. It's basically where New Namek is. That's basically where it is. But we move from this. As Goku, well, treats all of the wounded. He did revive everybody and treats all the wounded and healing them up to good condition. As he now speaks with the Elder, as the Elder bows with respect, as he is nearing his deathbed. As Goku hears the Elder's last words, and the Elder is not sad, but shows happiness and gratitude to see his creator, or his master, for the very last time, smiling on his deathbed as his whole body goes limp. As now, the elder Namekian guru has passed away. And, Goku was pretty sad for a little while, but soon gets over it. As Goku just, stays for Namek for like a few more hours, making sure everything's okay. And right after, he teleports back to his own planet. As you're probably wondering what happened to Vegeta and why is he not on the planet. Well, I think I said on the last part where he fought Vegeta, and Vegeta was going back to Frieza's planet, right? It's gonna take him a long while to get back to there, or to that planet, and Vegeta was still in the healing chamber when Frieza left for this specific what if. So Frieza left before Vegeta was actually fully healed, so Vegeta can have caught up with Frieza, and Goku's insane teleporting ability made it so that he would arrive much, much earlier. But we move from all of this, as now we have a bit of peacetime, as Goku and his family. I'm pretty sure I did go with Goku and Chi-Chi like I did last time. But yeah, we move. As well, we have a time of peace here, as Gohan and his family are very well known, as the city that was once known as Satan City, Satan City, is now known as, you can come up with a city name for Goku, because Goku owns that city. You can come up with a cool city name, and that will be the name of the city. You can comment it down below, but we move. As Goku lives in that very specific city, and that is where Capsule Corp is as well. As Goku's closest friends live close by, as he makes sure that everything is a-okay and all that. But this is like a pretty long time skip, like a 2-year time skip, and in those 2 years, Vegeta decided to go back to Earth and have a peace treaty with Goku, since he knew he probably wouldn't win this, and would absolutely get clapped. And it's very true. None of them could match Goku in strength, speed, anything really. But Vegeta, he kind of got close with this very specific person, being Bulma. I know their relationship is a little bit late, but they're starting to get along very, very well. And in right after the 2 years, or the 2 year time skip, they soon got together and became married. Basically, yeah, they became married, and they had themselves a child. As Vegeta would name his child Trunks, as he states that his son will be a proud Saiyan warrior like his father, a strong Saiyan warrior that will never give up and will never lose. As Vegeta loves his son, and is more of a good father, not like the father that he was in canon. So he'll be somewhat like a good father, who's a pretty good dad. I mean, well, I guess he'd be like the relationship between Rayleigh and Luffy. I think that would be a pretty good kind of sort of relationship, where Luffy doesn't really have his dad to be with him, but he has his master, his friends, and all that. He basically does have that. So that's what I'm going with here. So basically Trunks, um, and Vegeta are gonna have the Luffy and Rayleigh sort of master type relationship. But we move from this as Goku moves on through life, but nothing always goes to plan. As during their time of peace, two very unexpected visitors happen to arrive. That being, well, that definitely being King Cold and a warrior from the future, and the son of Vegeta, Trunks, who's also arrived. As Goku, well, let's just say Goku, well, this Trunks that arrived in this universe or world is in a very, very twisted timeline. A very, very twisted timeline. So, everything he thought would happen would go very, very differently. So, he'd still kill King Cold, but then see that the Z Fighters have arrived, and he would challenge Goku, challenging him to a fight, as Trunks goes and transforms as his hair turns into a golden color, as a golden aura covers Trunks, as his eyes go green. As now he takes a sword out of the hilt and starts fighting Goku. But Goku doesn't even pull out Super Saiyan. He doesn't even have that. He has Omni Super Saiyan, but he's not gonna pull that out because that's like way too OP. I mean, he did against Raditz, but like I don't feel like telling him that or just making that happen at this stage. So he just fights Trunks in his base form, which is way more than enough. And I'd say Goku at his base form would at least match up to, yeah, Goku and Super Saiyan God. Yeah, like Goku and Super Saiyan God. Yeah, that's the power level that. Yeah, he's basically like a god. He's already a godlike Saiyan, so yeah, he'd have like Super Saiyan God power level at his base. So yeah, Trunks would still try to fight him, getting absolutely obliterated by Goku. Goku blocking all of his like sword strikes with his pinky. As Trunks is so confused, seeing that this Goku is way more stronger than the one he heard of from his mom. As his mom told him that Goku was a nice, caring, and kind person, and had the thrill for battle. As this Goku looked serious, taking this fight very seriously, as he stops the blade, as he goes up to Trunks, and I do apologize if you hear the car in the background, but we move. As he goes up to Trunks, asking him, "Are you from the future?" As Trunks is rather confused, wondering how he could figure this out, and like I've said before, Goku's a very smart person, and I'm pretty sure Zalama could tell whether someone's like time traveled or not. As Zalama's hunches or Goku's hunches were basically like were correct. as now he has seen a time traveler, as he knows the law of Zeno that those who time travel would be like executed or like stopped at once. But he decided not to do that or kill Trunks because Trunks is Vegeta's son, and he wouldn't want to get Vegeta on his bad side because he would be grouchy and mopey all the time, and he wouldn't really want that. And he wouldn't really want that. So he left Trunks alone, as Trunks sees everyone else, and kind of talks to them a little awkwardly since he doesn't know how to start a conversation with, well, his own mother from the past, his master, Gohan, who's still quite young, but he's actually a little older since he trains in the hyperbolic time chamber with his dad, Piccolo, and he sees all the other Z fighters. He's heard so many tales about them and how they died against the androids, but he doesn't know how this will end in this very parallel timeline. It's very close to theirs, but it turned out very differently. But he still gives the medicine to Goku, but Goku tells him that he doesn't really need this medicine, but he'll keep it just in case. As Trunks tells him about the threats that will be coming very soon in the future. About 1 year from now. As, well, Piccolo and, well, basically Kami, actually, no. I'm just gonna say that Piccolo absorbed Kami. No. Piccolo did not absorb Kami. So Kami's still around. So that means Piccolo is a lot weaker than he would be because, if the Mech Infusion increases a lot of your power. So, yeah, we move. As, well, Goku informs him of the situation that Trunks has told him, or this unknown visitor has told him that, well, ferocious and strong enemies will be appearing in the nearby future, and that they need to train very, very hard if they want to keep up. As they understood Goku's words, and they know to trust Goku, so they all listen and basically do what they're told. As in that whole year, Goku spent 5 days in the hyperbolic time chamber with Gohan. 5 days, so that's 5 years. And in those 5 years, Gohan grew up to be the same age as he was in the Cell Saga. As now, Gohan is aged up and is more muscular and bulked up, and he actually now possesses the power of Super Saiyan. Yes, he unlocked the Super Saiyan, but 5 years in a row straight training, he had not just unlocked Super Saiyan and master it to not Gear 4, but like Grade 4. He'd also unlocked Super Saiyan 2 during the fight with his father. And his father, Goku, pushed him to the very, very brink and made him go Super Saiyan 2. And not just that, he's pretty much mastered Super Saiyan 2 to the best degree possible, making this Gohan way stronger than Cell Saga Gohan and Buu Saga Gohan. But he'll probably be still weaker than Buu Saga Gohan when he gets, like, the ultimate form. But we're not going to talk about that just from that right now. So we move from this. As, well, most of our events that happened, well, actually, we're actually going to cover the training from the other Z fighters. So Trunks is still a young child, so Vegeta had to take a training partner, and his training partner would be Piccolo and Goku. Actually, no, it'd just be Piccolo. Piccolo and Vegeta would do training as Piccolo. Well, Vegeta found him a little weak, but he was a pretty good training partner, and his skills were very good in combat. Vegeta had to admit that. But Piccolo training with Vegeta would pick up many new things and how to use his strength more appropriately against different types of foes. And Piccolo is a smart fighter, so he definitely picked that up along the way. And Vegeta, on the other hand, would learn Super Saiyan. He would only learn Super Saiyan to about Grade 3, thinking he's already powerful, but he can sense Gohan's potential and his strengths, and it might be even above Vegeta's very own. And the reason why I rank Gohan above Vegeta, even though Vegeta trained for actually no, Vegeta trained for 5 years just like Gohan. So Vegeta would just be at the grasp at Super Saiyan 2. He'd learned Super Saiyan 2, but he can't really enter it at will, but he has recollection of entering the form once before. But he stays with Super Saiyan Grade 4. As the rest of the Z fighters train with their partners and become stronger. As Piccolo, well, Goku or Piccolo asks Goku if there's any way he can get stronger since, he's kind of falling behind a little. Even with the 5 years of training with Vegeta, he needs to get stronger. As Goku decided to train Piccolo and Gohan again for like 6 months. Actually, not 6 months, but 3 months. Because like they had a whole year. For 3 months, and in those 3 months, Goku was unlocking something that Piccolo had never seen before. I'm gonna say Piccolo has a god form, and Goku could easily unlock the god form, but he doesn't want to do that just yet. He wants to see how Piccolo can progress with the power of a Super Namekian. And a Super Namekian is just basically a Namekian who's increased in strength. So I'm gonna say Piccolo's eyes change from black to just red and black. It's like no, not red and black. Cause that I'd make it yellow. Yeah, yellow and black basically. That's basically his eyes. It's just an eye color change, not really very noticeable. And yes, this is kind of based off Super Saiyan, but Piccolo in this kind of saga actually unlocked or had the power of a Super Saiyan or surpassed a Super Saiyan. As Vegeta even said that his power level surpassed even that of a Super Saiyan. So, yeah. But we move from this, as Piccolo's power up was actually unlocked, as he now feels a lot stronger, so he spars with someone stronger than him, which would happen to be Gohan, his former student, and now Gohan's kind of becoming like the master, but not really just yet. So Gohan and Piccolo would spar all the time, and it improved Piccolo's reaction time, strength, speed, agility, endurance, and all of that. And Gohan would also get advice from Goku on how to unlock a form even greater and surpassing that of even Super Saiyan 2. As in 3 months, Vegeta decided to train again, harder and harder, and trying to push himself to the brink to unlock Super Saiyan 2. And the reason why I'm making them way OP in this timeline is because of Goku's influence. And somewhat, if YouTubers don't like to bulk up the other character's strength, but I feel as if, Goku being part Zalama would have like a special ability to kind of bring people together and unite them as one. Something that Luffy also has in like the anime. But enough of that. We actually continue. As now the year is basically finished. As Jiro has just finished working on all actually no, Jiro finished working on his project. His project, known as Project Cell. Cell has the DNA of basically every single person on planet Earth that's very, very strong, but does not have the DNA of Goku, but has his son's DNA, Vegeta's DNA, Piccolo's DNA, and you get the point. So he basically has all of their DNAs except Goku's, because Goku's power is pretty much unsensible. He can't get any of Goku's abilities because it's just too hard. Absolutely too hard for him to get. And his machines aren't able to, track down his DNA. And then, Jiro actually knows he's like a alien of some sorts. And Vegeta and Gohan are basically the same type of alien, but Goku's just a different breed. And I'm just saying this for pure plot armor, Actually, no, let's change that a little bit. Let's give Cell a little power up. Cell actually did get something from Goku, and that would have to be the infinite stamina. So he'd never run out of steam, which would be a bad thing in the long run due to everyone having a limit except Goku. Actually, no, Goku doesn't really have infinite stamina, but he has a lot of it. But let's just say Cell got infinite stamina. Yeah, let's just say Cell had infinite stamina due to pure plot armor. But we move from this as Jiro gets ready and takes out Android 19 and starts wrecking up Goku's city. Yeah, it happens to be Goku's city. As you know, everyone inside the house is just yelling and screaming and panicking, waiting for their savior, their hero, Goku, to arrive. As the Z fighters finally arrive at this Goku City and basically search throughout the whole area, and Yamcha being the one to find Jiro, as this time he doesn't get absolutely butchered by Jiro and gets clapped, just like canon. I don't even know why Yamcha gets clapped that easily, but he did. But this time around, he didn't get clapped so easily. He actually managed to evade his attack, still pretty injured though, and counter Jiro's attack with a Wolf Fang Fist, which isn't doing too much damage, but is still able to attack Jiro. As now, Krillin also engages combat with Jiro, as Jiro is now in a fight with Krillin and Yamcha. As Tien is right now in a battle with, well, Android 19, and Vegeta, Piccolo, and the rest are also there. And if you're wondering about Goku's heart virus, no, Goku does not have the heart virus, due to him being a literal OP god that has abilities to make wish orbs that can wish you anything, besides something that could be beyond the power holder's abilities. That's pretty broken if you ask me. Not gonna lie, that's pretty broken. So yeah, enough of the tangent, but we move. So like, they fight the androids, but the androids really don't stand a chance. With their new bulk up in strength, well, it's no surprise that they were able to beat them so easily. But the humans had a little bit of struggle with Android 19, even though being a little stronger. But Piccolo and Vegeta solo Android 19, punching it at the same time, destroying Android 19, and breaking it to bits. As Jiro, in a battle with Krillin and Yamcha, is kind of manhandling both of them. Even though they're both stronger and more capable, Jiro's robotic parts and his, well, strength or keys siphoning abilities kind of will distract them. So Krillin devised a little plan to chop off Jiro's arms. It might sound a little gruesome, but it's a possible way to beat Jiro or just break his arms in general so he isn't able to suck up their power and easily beat them. So Yamcha became the decoy as Yamcha was getting absolutely pounded until Krillin comes in and uses the Destructo Disc, actually chopping off both of Jiro's arms, which start releasing electricity, not blood, because he's now basically an android, as he kind of backs up now since his most powerful weapon, the key siphoning ability, has now been taken from him. So now he tries to run away, but Yamcha catches up to him and yells "Payback time!" as he releases a full power Wolf Fang Fist and just continues his barrages of kicks and punches, and then does a spirit ball, throwing it straight towards Jiro. And that managed to defeat Jiro. So dubs for Krillin and Yamcha for not being the first to get absolutely smoked. But we move. As Goku is just walking through his city, making sure everyone's safe, asking everyone around if they're all okay. But Goku is just checking around just to see if there are any more androids. As Goku uses one of his very, very unique abilities, which is very, very similar to, well, observation hockey, and he can basically sense if his enemies are nearby as he closes his eyes and opens them again, as he's trying to see if he's trying to really see if there's like any specific hideout nearby here. And he has a 200-kilometer radius with this ability, a 200-kilometer radius. That's a pretty far radius, but it won't cover everything, since he owns a pretty big city, so he ends up flying around to make things easier for him. As the sea fighters catch up with him, seeing what Goku's doing, as they ask him what he's doing, but Goku tells them that he's looking for their base just in case that, whoa, no pun or no rhyme intended, but just in case that there are other androids that could possibly potentially cause an even bigger threat than Android 19 and Jiro himself. As Goku takes a little while and manages to find their base, as now he lands and basically destroys the front entrance and sees um four different incubation chambers that held four different species or androids. One was Android 17, 18, and, or actually 16, 17, and 18. The other was were labeled as Project Cell, as it was written on the incubation chamber, as Cell was actually fully grown, and in a matter of days, Cell would actually break free and cause a lot of havoc, so they didn't really want that. And Cell could possibly be reprogrammed if, well, Bulma kind of somehow does her super OP programming skills and decodes all of Cell's hate and stuff. And basically, the only hate that's coming from him was like Demon King Piccolo, Tao Pai Pai, and basically all of the Dragon Ball Z villains, including King Cold. Since Frieza wasn't there, they're not really in that kind of boat. So it's basically just the influences that kind of change. But, well, we move. As Goku, he takes a glimpse of what's inside, and he checks Android 18 first, seeing a young, but very pretty young girl. And no, Goku will not be simping for Android 18. And, well, since Gohan's a little beefed up a few ages, I'd say Gohan's just like 2 or so years younger than Android 18. And, I'm making Gohan older than he would be because he trained in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber for 5 years, and I might be just decreasing Android 18 and 17's age by a few years as well, just so I can make something happen. But we move from all this, as Krillin decides to pipe up, saying that why don't we take these to Bulma to like reprogram them to not be evil? As well, they do that, and Bulma manages to reprogram 3 of them, but they took back the incubation chamber that held Cell, but she doesn't really know what to do with them. So she decides to ask help from her father, and try to basically use all of the technology to basically prevent something very tragic to happen. But we move. As soon as like all of their experiments are done, Android 18 was the first to wake up, as she immediately looks straight towards Gohan, looking straight towards him, thinking, like, feeling a little comfortable around him, since like he is the only one around her age, but is kind of very cautious around everyone else, as she basically runs up to Gohan and asks him where she is, because she feels most comfortable with Gohan, and I don't even know what I'm doing with this, but you'll see later on, as Gohan is rather confused himself, but informs her of the situation, as Bulma also continues with what Gohan was saying that they were experimented on by a very, very bad person, and that person happened to be Jiro, Jiro experimented on them, turning them into cyborgs. As you know, Android 17 woke up and he was explaining this too. As both of them were hit very hard with that realization that they're not really human anymore. They're part robot. As they're kind of like angry and frustrated teens, so they decided to fly off. But, well, Android 18 decided to bring Gohan with him as Gohan was dragged along. As he calls for his dad, saying, "Dad, what am I supposed to do?" As Goku tells him, "Well, son, just do what you think is best." Telling Gohan some encouraging words. I can't really say stuff that would be too encouraging, so I'm not really certain how to say stuff like that for this very specific what if. So let's just say Goku did something and said something very, very nice. As now, we move to a few days to where Cell is just about to break free. As when everyone was asleep at night, well, their very villainous friend awoke from his slumber as he breaks through his incubation chamber, saying, "I'm finally free from all of that." Stretching his arms and legs as he looks side to side, saying, "I guess I'm free to go." As he chuckles, saying, "Well, I hope you're ready, son Goku. Prepare to feel my wrath." As now, I reckon is a perfect time to end it off. So hopefully you guys do enjoy, and make sure to like and subscribe, and subscribing is free, so you can always change your mind later on. But make sure to also hit the notification bell, so you never miss out on another new upload. But without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next What If scenario. Peace.